Hello and welcome to ILTV's Israel Daily. I'm Aaron Porras, and coming up in today's newscast, as the Russian invasion of Ukraine continuing into its fourth straight week, Israeli analyst Nahum Barnea explains why Moscow will lose even if President Putin wins. Meantime, the war in pictures. Critically acclaimed photojournalist Ziv Koren joining us from the ground in Ukraine. And finally, with the Purim holiday set to begin, Israeli dream doctors bringing some much-needed levity to the war-torn Ukrainian border. To begin, the Russian invasion of Ukraine now entering its fourth week, and thus far over 3 million people, nearly half of whom are children, turned into refugees. So in ongoing efforts to curry international support for Ukraine's defenses, President Volodymyr Zelensky moving forwards with plans to address the Israeli Knesset in Jerusalem. Ukrainian President Zelensky now reportedly confirmed to address the Israeli Knesset plenum via video link sometime early next week. And though the Knesset is on winter recess, steps to maximize Zelensky's audience and to get as many MKs as possible to attend in person are supposedly underway. This just days after Ukrainian officials approaching Knesset Speaker Miki Levy to arrange the address, and likewise the scheduled speech coming ahead of a planned address to the United States Congress Wednesday, and a week after Zelensky's address to the British House of Parliament, where he called on Russia to be designated a terror state and echoed language last heard by former Prime Minister Winston Churchill during World War II.
Якою не була ціна. Ми будемо битися в лісах, полях, на узбережжях, у містах і селах, на вулицях. Ми будемо битися на пагорбах. Я хочу від себе додати, ми будемо битися всюди, на териконах, на березі Кальміуса і Дніпра, і ми не здамося.
Now, meantime, Russia's bombardment growing more aggressive by the hour, with upwards of 700 Ukrainian civilians killed and nearly 1,150 injured since the start of the invasion late February. And over 3 million people have fled the country, with another 6.7 million internally displaced. In fact, the humanitarian crisis getting so bad now that Moscow withdrawing from the EU Council's human rights watchdog organization, the move preempting an expulsion from the Council by just a few hours. And this meaning that the Human Rights Convention will cease to apply to Russia, and Russians will no longer be able to appeal to the European Court of Human Rights against their government. Moving on, while it may seem that nothing would bring Russian President Vladimir Putin more joy than to quickly and decisively win this war, there are those who argue that that would actually be Moscow's worst nightmare. With me to explain is chief columnist with the Yediot Ahronot Daily News, Nahum Barnea. Nahum, it's a pleasure to have you with us. Now, in a recent op-ed, you call this Putin's Paradox. Can you break down what you mean?
Yeah, look, the basic problem that presented by this war is that there is no exit strategy. And this is this problem, I believe, is the topic of a columnist and strategists all over the world. Now you have three major players in this game. One is Putin, the other is Zelensky, and the third is President Biden. Now let's talk about Putin. Let's assume that the government of Ukraine collapses tomorrow, and the Russian tanks will, on automatic drive, automatic gear, will enter the Maidan square in Kiev, and the war is over. Ukraine will probably become a satellite a country, part of the Russian bloc, and what will happen to the relations between Russia and the rest of the world? The Americans will have no reason.
To watch full episodes of ILTV's Israel Daily and tons of other content from Israel, Visit our website at iltv.tv or download the ILTV Plus app.